Oh my gosh. Welcome to the Brown Girl Rising podcast. This is your International Women's Day 2024 episode. I'm recording this the day after the 8th of March because yesterday was one hectic day for me. And the biggest thing that came out of yesterday is your girl won Best Podcaster at the She Awards. I've got this beautiful award from the incredible She Awards, which honestly just celebrates women of every single race, religion, all these inspirational women and all the magic that they do and the magic that they give to this world. And honestly, sitting there last night, I had so much anxiety before my name was called, not knowing whether I was going to win anything or not, but also going, I put my heart and soul into this podcast. And, as much as I recognize this podcast, and I know you guys do because you guys listen to this podcast, it was just so incredible to actually win in that category alongside another podcast friend of mine, Manpreet Heart's Happiness. I feel absolutely freaking blessed to have won Best Podcaster for 2024. And it's been an insane road to get here. It's been such a hard road to get here. In 2020, actually, I got highly recommended or highly recognized in the health and fitness category when I had pushed with Ush. But 2021, literally a year and a half after the She Awards in 2020 or International Women's Day 2020, I got really ill. I ended up with a stomach illness where the inside of my stomach lining was eating away at itself. It's something called H. pylori, which the doctors thought was just reflux and put me on PPIs, but that didn't work. That ended up with me kind of vomiting even more. And over the course of a 2-year period, I couldn't control the amount I was vomiting. And it was funny because like it wasn't vomiting like when I had bulimia, because all that was coming up was acid. And I was coughing so much each day that I had head fog and I could barely move. So I wasn't going to the gym, I wasn't cooking for myself. And eventually I actually had to essentially closed down Push with Ush Fitness. And I took a full-time job back in client success and relationship management in the corporate industry. And granted, you know what, that got me through a really tough time in my life, but I knew something was missing. And I knew that there was more for me. And honestly, it was that whole, I knew I had purpose. And today, this has just clarified what my purpose is. And my purpose is to be that heart-centered coach, to be that nurturing coach, and also to be the person to offer a platform to other women who have got inspirational stories, all those brown girls rising everywhere. And genuinely, this platform, this podcast would be nothing without all the women who are open and brave enough to share their stories, to share their mess, to share their pain, to share their challenges of where they've been and where they've come out on the other end, like better for it. So for everything that I've been through in my life, the trauma at university, the sexual attack, the bulimia, the depression, the wanting to not live anymore, the heartache and the heartbreak, and the years of not knowing who I was, today I stand before you, or sit right now, if I'm honest, before you, and I just say thank you. Thank you for your trust in me. Thank you for your belief in me. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Thank you for the nomination. And honestly, as I said, I wouldn't be here without you. I wouldn't be here. This platform, this podcast wouldn't be here. It'd be so boring if it was just me talking all the time about my life and what I've been through and my money woes and my whatever else it is, my traumas and stuff like that. But the fact that women out there get involved with the Brown Girl Rising reels and on Instagram, and get involved with supporting the podcast by listening and sharing and talking to their friends about this new platform that we have. You got to think back 10 months ago, this podcast didn't exist. This podcast started in June 2023. So even 9 months ago, this podcast didn't exist. And today it's been voted, or, best podcaster. That is the podcast. That is you. This award is for all of you who are brave enough to step into your divine feminine spirit, to step into your inner goddess, your queen, and to know that you have that purpose within you, and that you were born to shine and share your light with the world. Share your stories to inspire other women out there to rise, to awaken the light within their heart, to become more conscious of how they think about themselves, how they act, how they speak to themselves, whether it's to others or in the mirror. The way we speak to ourselves, honestly, is the thing that defines who we are. If we cannot be nice to ourselves, if we do not put ourselves first, if we are not our own freaking queen and our own freaking cheerleader, we are not going to be anything. So for all those teachers who, when I was doing my GCSEs and A-levels, said, oh, Urvashi's got so much potential, but only if she'd put her heart and soul into it. Well, let me tell you this, teachers. When you find something that you want to put your heart and soul into, and that is part of your soul, that is when you step into your potential and it becomes your purpose. So thank you for kind of believing in me, but also kind of writing me off, because I found something that I love. I found something that honestly inspires me every single day. The girls that come on my podcast inspire me. I inspire myself, and my clients, my one-to-one coaching clients, my embody clients, my Push with Ush clients, which some of them have come back, they inspire me to be better every day for them, to be better every day for me, to fill my cup up and have it overflow so that I can fill theirs up and I can hold that space, that nurturing space that honors them. Wow. Yesterday was incredible. Yesterday, I was up at 6:30 in the morning because in the morning I had to go to a school in Basingstoke, because I was invited as an Inspiring Girls role model. So Inspiring Girls is a charity that really helps to, show girls that they can be anything that they want to be. And I was chosen to be one of their role models. And I was invited to a school in Basingstoke to speak about my career path, my, what I call a squiggly career path. And I was showing the girls my little squiggly move, a bit of a disco move actually with my hands, and the boys, in fact. And they loved it. They were like, so you can be anything you want to be. And that was my message. You can. And this is my message to you as well. You can be anything you want to be. Whether it's that pilot, whether it is a life coach, whether it is a personal trainer, whether it is a bad ass, a mother, a lover, whatever it is that you want to be, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. And one of the kids at the school, I was talking to 200 kids at this school. One of the kids at the school was like, put his hand up. And when I asked, what are your dreams? What do you want to be when you grow up? And he was like, I want to be a basketball player. And I was like, good on you. Because when I was your age, I was playing basketball. And if that is what you want to do, and if you learn and really hone your skills in, you will be that basketball player. Remember, you will never become something without the action. So as long as you take the action, you will get there. And that is the law of attraction, action. So you can be anything. So yes, I started off as a school yesterday, and it was just incredible. Like the questions I got from the kids, the inspiration. I got a message from the head teacher that afternoon going, I'm so sorry I couldn't be in your session, but the kids are talking about you and they are so inspired. And that's my job. My job is to inspire people, whether it's children, women, adults, to find their best self, to step into their purpose with confidence and with power. And we do that by healing. We do that by rising. And then we do that by becoming our most magnetic self. And in the afternoon, I went to the fashion brunch, Anisha Fasani's fashion brunch. And that was so inspiring. You know, the theme for obviously International Women's Day was inspire inclusion. And yesterday, it was all about kind of cancer survivors. And so the catwalk was cancer survivors. And there were so many incredible, beautiful women there sharing their stories and inspiring us that if, even when you get that worst news, even when something traumatic happens, if you can have the belief in yourself, you will survive that and you will thrive from that and you will become this incredible high vibing woman. These women on stage inspire me, honestly, from Veronica to Marla to all of them. So thank you, Anisha, for putting together a beautiful fashion brunch. And then finally, the She Awards. I got there a little bit late, obviously late entrance, walked in my sparkly dress and was surrounded by so much love. Honestly, the women in this community, the Brown Girl Rising community, are so strong, are so beautiful, are so inspiring, and are just so, oh, the vibrations, I can't even, honestly, the high vibrations in that room last night was just incredible. I saw people I hadn't seen for over a year. And it was so beautiful to be in this energetic space with all these women and be like, yes, I'm here supporting all these women. And honestly, at one point, I didn't think I was going to win. They called up the two highly recognized runner-ups, and then they called the winner. And they called Manpreet. And you know what? I'm so happy for her, heart's happiness. I've been on her podcast. You guys have heard her podcast on this season as well. And I was so happy for her. But part of me was like, oh my God, you know, of course, you've got to be the gracious loser, as it was. And then they were like, we have one more winner. And they called my name. And I literally started crying. Oh my God. But in typical Urvashi Brown Girl Rising fashion, I got myself up to the stage and I did a little squeal. And honestly, I cannot believe the amount of love in that room. So again, thank you, girls. Thank you, all of you, for being on this journey with me, even when I had to slow down my business, slow down all of that to look after my health, put my health first. But you know what that did? That made me come back stronger. When I put my self-care first and I fixed my H. pylori through diet, exercise, and supplementation, I came back stronger through healing, being able to digest my life. I came back so much bigger, so much stronger, so much more high vibrational. And today I hold space for women to step into that version of themselves. So if you are one of them women who are ready to step into your power, to unleash your potential, and to literally live your purpose, then my one-to-one coaching is open now and I take free clarity calls. So 30 minutes of my time is yours for completely free. All you have to do is go to unlimitedurvashi.com. That's unlimited and then Urvashi spelled URVASHI.com. And book in your free 30-minute clarity call and let's talk about you. Let me get to know you, what your dreams are, what your vision is, and what's stopping you. Because I promise you, once we get to the root cause of what is stopping you and we heal that, you will rise and you will step into that powerful purpose and you will have this mission inside your heart that will not stop you. So once again, happy International Women's Day. Congratulations to all the nominations and all the winners and all the highly recognized women last night. You are an inspiration to me. And the reason I do what I do is because of you. So thank you for listening to Brown Girl Rising. I look forward to our one-to-one calls. Honestly, I cannot wait to work with you. You are incredible. You are a goddess. You are a queen. And we are going to bring that light out of you so that you can live your purpose. So thank you for listening to this random episode, solo cast after a long time. I'm Urvashi, your host, your award winning host on the Brown Girl Rising podcast, and I will see you on the next episode, my love.